Guys, quick altcoin update. I did post a post on the altcoin updates channel, just mentioning, post some altcoin, guys. Um, I'm just gonna go run through this live right now. So far, three of you have posted a bunch of coins, which is, really good. I'm going to scan through these coins literally live right now, and pretty much just go through it. I have Dex Screener open for ones that are not on TradingView. So also, if you're gonna post coins here, please just mention if it's on TradingView or not, and if I should go on Dex Screener. But we'll start off with the first one, Gal USD. There's Dion and Props Probase. So let's start off with Gal. I actually have this open right now. It's on Mexi. So looks fairly new. Looks like it just pumped on the daily. There's really not much information. So again, what I go here is obviously start off. I start off on the 4 hour and then down. Something like this where it just literally opened like a little more than a week ago. You got to go to the smaller time frame. So here, guys, um, and please take note. Like if you're also looking at this coin, follow the same lines that I'm charting, right? So, um, again with these sort of new coins, you want to start off on the smaller time frame. That's number one. And number two, you're going to be heavily reliant on trend lines, okay? Because with coins that are so new, you're very reliant on trend lines because it's always in price discovery. So you have this first breakout there. You have the local breakout here. Move it here. Okay. And then at this moment, you would evolve it from here to there, and then slowly evolve it until the breakout happens. Um, oops. So even if we didn't have this, even if we had this level marked here, it actually retested that same uptrend again. But anyways, moves up. We're gonna move this to here, right? You're gonna slowly evolve it. Take your time with this, guys. You don't want to rush it. And there you go. We just narrowed it down significantly, okay, on the 4 hour time frame. So we now, instead of working with such a big empty space, we narrowed it down to something much more smaller, right? So what we're gonna do here is gonna make some local uptrends. So here, guys, as you can see, this structure at the moment was very, very reliant on this uptrend, right? Because this second point was made on the 25th. Okay, so it's been respecting since today. And what happens when you lose an uptrend? You you're gonna fall, right? You're gonna fall to the next 4 hour, support that there is. And what we see here, if we go from left to right, right, just starting from left to right, that's a tested level, okay? Um, that's the origin point. So this is like an accumulation area. If it does fall here, we have a pretty solid green uptrend here, which would therefore make this a support. As you can see, this was actually holding a support for some time, and then it broke below against this uptrend as well. So we can just evolve this, move it down here, because again, you like the top and the bottom. I like to mark them, the swing low of the low and the swing high of the low. Okay. So we'll leave that there. This is tested. Um, yeah, really not much here unless we go to the 1 hour. But for now, on the 4 hour, we see that it looks like it's heading towards this tested 4 hour. And then you have this large space, this large gap, where, if it does lose this forward tested 4 hour, it's most likely just going to end up testing this uptrend. And again, this uptrend is pretty much what's going to support the move from going into the price discovery on the downside. But lots of support here. You have tested again. I don't think that's going to happen. Let's go to the 1 hour and see if there are any 1 hour supports that we may be missing. Okay. Nope. It looks like it's just heading towards this 4 hour. The 1 hour also respects the 4 hour. 1 hour respects the 4 hour time frame because right because if you mark this last red candle before this uptrend, it's a 1 hour, but the 4 hour overlaps it really closely. So we would rather, unless you're leveraging, I would rather stick with the higher time frame, um, because it has more meaning, more strength to it. Okay, so pretty simple chart. Nice pick. So if Saja, hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If you're in this coin looking to enter, obviously you would enter on accumulation, which is here or this uptrend. And yeah, next coin you recommended was Dione. Dione. Guys, this is gonna be a long video, so um, uh, you can feel free to skip around to your coins, but honestly, looking at these coins together is very beneficial for you, everyone, because you get to see how the process is for when I do these TAs for all these altcoins. And guys, these are all brand new. I haven't looked at them prior, so yeah. So Dione looks like it just pumped. Not really beneficial for us. Um, looking to enter now, but I will, off the weekly just for you. I'm not gonna go too much in depth because it's not really worth our time. But if you are currently in this coin and you're looking to find a sell point, then I'll do some weekly trend lines and levels. So, uh, here's that weekly. We can move this there. You can see it acts as resistance for literally almost 3 weeks. Finally breaks above it. We're not going to evolve this weekly yet because there hasn't been a red candle close on the weekly. So until we get that red candle close, then we can evolve it to the next green candle. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on the daily. And yeah, I mean, you're going to mark our uptrends from here. So, yeah, there. So I got to start from left to right to make sure the uptrends are all accurate. So just bear with me. There you go. That's the red one right there. Perfect. Oops. Uh, Uptrend. Okay. Perfect. So in this case, um, you're on the lookout for hard closes above this weekly uptrend, right? Because if we go back to that weekly, right, it's looking like it's attempting to hard close above it, right? Because as soon as it breaks above it and hard closes above this uptrend, it goes further into price discovery on the upside. So what you want to do is go on the daily time frame, and just like how we spoke about TRX and all these other coins, you want hard closes above this weekly uptrend. The more, the better, okay? Every 7 candles creates a weekly candle, so the more green candles, the higher the chances of it actually hard closing above that weekly. So very critical um, that that Dione continuously hard closes above the weekly, right? If it doesn't, then that's when we would evolve this uptrend, and then that's when you become reliant on this daily uptrend, right? So if that daily, let's say it does break below, then this daily uptrend. It's literally just like how what we saw for Gao. Um, the uptrend is literally what's maintaining that bullish structure for this coin. So if it loses it, right? Yeah, you have some daily supports here. Um, that's tested. Yeah, you have some daily supports there. Um, and you have this origin level there. But ultimately, there. There's a high chance of it probably going back down to this next daily uptrend. These daily supports, you know, they could, if you're looking at the long term, these are accumulation points you could buy a few percent here, a few percent there, then load up, a little more against a subtrend. It's laddering your buys. It's just really dependent on what type of trade you are, but ultimately, if you're looking to this coin and you're currently in it, you want to be on the lookout for more hard closes above the weekly uptrend. The more, the better. And then, yeah, you'll just continuously evolve your uptrends and your trend lines from there. So, yeah, personally, not something I would enter now, obviously, because it moved up and it's in distribution. But just yeah, something to be aware about, to keep in mind. And yeah, props USD, USD. Looks like a lot of these are Mexi. Okay, so another coin where, I don't see us really benefiting from. Maybe if it was like earlier in the month, maybe. But again, so like if you're in this coin since last week and you made 500%, guys, uh, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Uh, you should, in my opinion, if I made 500% in less than in a week, I probably would have sold my entire bag. But again, it's up to you guys. um, it's just like how much more greedier can you get, right? Or at least maybe take out the profits and keep your investment in, or take your investment in and keep the profits. Again, it's whatever you guys want, you prefer. But yeah, with these type of coins, I'm not going to spend too much time because as a community, there it's not really going to be benefiting us, by looking at this for too long. But for now, again, I'll make the trend lines for you guys, because you never know. This could be actually a great coin in the future. So, um, swing high there. Okay, we evolve it, right? Continuously evolve. And then we go from there, acts as resistance. Move forward there. Perfect. Okay, cool. So this uptrend is going to act as a resistance in the future, right? Because there is no historical data here. It's all empty. So a little dinosaur, I didn't realize that. But yeah, so we narrowed it down. We're going to narrow it down even some more. And here you go. So this uptrend, very steep. Personally, I'm not really a fan of these very steep uptrends because they're always bound to break. It gets really, really tight, like this. And eventually, and you gotta think about it, you're trading against other people, the humans, psychologically, it can only go up for so long. What goes up must go down, right? So, and that's what's currently happening right now. There was a point here where it did fall, and then jumped another, what, 130%. But yeah, you have, very, really straightforward because these are the new coins, guys. Brand new coins are the easiest to TA. Okay, they're the easiest because um, they're brand new. They're new levels. The interest in these levels is very new. Not that many people, the market cap is small, I assume. So when it comes to these levels, they're two, three times more volatile than coins like Bitcoin, or the top 10, all the coins in the market. So, yes, some of these levels are tested, but they're just way more volatile. Okay, so with these coins, it can always be a surprise. It's breaking below this uptrend. You have the support, and pretty much you're going to be playing, or bouncing around this resistance. If it hard closes above this 4 hour, it's going to continue moving up. But um, yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much sums it up on the 4 hour time frame. And you can see it's moving on the downside, but there's still 3 hours left. You never know. So of course, just see how these supports react. Next, for HANA, you have 6, 7 coins. Nice. That's what I like. Toshi, Uh, let me see. Hold on, Toshi. Please give me, if you're gonna, I'm gonna do these coins, but please in the future give me coins, and like if it's against USD, or if it's against Sol, if it's against Ethereum, and just let me know if it's on TradingView, or it's on, if it's on Dex Screener, right? So, it just helps a lot, expedites, streamlines the process. So for now, I'm gonna do Toshi. Toshi the cat, Toshi Tether. I'm gonna go with Polonius because I'm more familiar with that name. And again, this also looks like it just pumped. Okay, so I don't need to mark that. really just this is on the daily too, so we're gonna do that. Cool. Uptrends all set. Okay, right? You evolve it, act as resistance, and then evolve it here, evolve it there, and then yeah, I know this looks crazy, guys, but this is the trend lines you're gonna be working with. This is what happens when you play with coins that are in price discovery. You become very reliant on trend lines. So yes, that is a downtrend there. We're gonna have to narrow this down on the 4 hour. So all right, so 4 hour time frame. There you go. Make that blue. So a lot of these coins actually look pretty similar. They all pumped, right? they're having they're having trouble, continuously to continuing to move up, right? So it's you're having multiple tests on these resistances, right? So and then you see now what happens is that when trend suddenly moves up, right? There's going to be that there's going to be that period where there's accumulation on the inside distribution, people are slowly selling, and then eventually you make lower lows. Lower lows creates downtrends, and when downtrends starts to form, downtrends they start to hit the uptrends like this. So in this case, this 4 hour is very this daily structure, right, that we made on the daily initially is now very reliant on a very small 4 hour time frame uptrend. So not really sure how that's gonna hold up. I think it just may end up breaking. Just kind of curious how much this pumped. Nice, almost 200%. You have that 4 hour level against this 4 hour swing high. This is invalidating. We would move it to here, and yeah, pretty much you had this gap now where if it ends up breaking, then you have this 4 hour, and then you start working within this 4 hour region, right? Um, if it decides to break, no worries. You still have this uptrend. Worst comes to worst, you have even, let me see if there's like an origin level back here. Last word candle before. No, no, no. I guess we got to do something with the more current time frame. And yeah, that's where you kind of see this wick here as well. This really long wick ends up wicking past this and this daily uptrend that was marked early in the month. So all tested levels, but that would be your scenario here for Toshi Cat. Pundu, Pundu. So again, these should, as I'm going through these coins, guys, you should also be, taking note, um, and following with the levels. Okay, Pundu looks fairly new. I think Polonix has more data. And this is something. Okay, let's start off on the 1 hour. Okay, let's start off on the 1 hour. This is brand new. It looks like it was just listed. Um, and guys, with this type of such a volatile wick, I don't even bother marking these as trend lines. I do something more local again by just marking the bodies of the candle, and there you can see it's being respected way more. Okay, and that's because it's just a new listing. Of course, there's gonna be some super volatile movement, so I don't really count that. That's just one of the reasons why I like the bodies of the candles majority of the time. So, because it's so brand new, there's really not much you can work with besides your trend lines, right? So here we have the apex approaching here, it's coming up like literally right now. Let's see if there's an origin level here. Last screen, yep. So that's going to be the 1 hour origin level there. That was once acting as resistance, now is acting as support. So right now this uptrend is your entry, or either that or maybe a ladder down to here with expectations that it's gonna go up in price discovery, and the fact that there is a lot of data up until 11 cents, it could I mean, technically this isn't price discovery, but it could probably continue to go up in this region. So, very straightforward for this coin. Um, Ander, Ander, yeah, Andromeda. Hopefully, hold on. Hopefully this is the one. Okay, Andromeda. Hopefully this is the only one that came up. But okay, also brand new. Perfect. Yeah, no worries. We're gonna go on the 4 hour. Nice. Okay. So let's see what we're working with here. Let's actually go on the daily. See, yeah, we can go on the daily. Perfect. So, um, marking our downtrends. Again, in my opinion, new coins are the best coins. I mean, the easiest coins to TA because you're just so limited. And when you TA new coins, you just all you have to do is just most of the time just evolve your trend lines and your supports. And I think that's why people are just so profitable when TAing these coins. Wait 1 second. So I'm gonna evolve there, right? You evolve it there, you array it there, array from here, there, and there. Okay, sometimes you have to stick, to the basics, guys. Start from left to right. I still find myself doing that. So on the 4 hour, not really good sign for this coin because it's making lower lows and lower highs. So what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna go on the 4 hour and see what's going on and see if we can actually mark some 4 hour levels now. Um, so if I was marking right here to there, sorry guys, I'm just gonna go from here to here. I'm just laying out how I would do my downtrends. Okay, so this would be the 4 hour, and that's a daily, so very close, very tight to each other. Um, okay, and daily looks also very, very close to the daily as well. Um, and you evolve from here to there. Okay, so really no point of marking it here. Let's just make the resistances. It's just so tight from at that point. Um, okay, this is on the 4 hour, so yeah, it's on the 4 hours. So let's keep. Usually I like to hide the larger time frames, but let's keep it for now because it's good to be aware that it is also being suppressed by a much larger time frame. Um, so yeah, in this case, guys, right? Even if you mark the wicks of these supports, it's still below it. But anyway, yeah, it's making lower lows, making lower highs, which is ultimately not a good thing. But sometimes you can leverage these type of scenarios because they sometimes create what's called trigger points, where something it's sort of the opposite, where I mentioned where something so high can only keep going up for so long, right? It's gonna be the same thing for uh, something like this coin. Something that can, a coin can only go down, until it, finally psychologically finds that heavy, heavy interest point and it just explodes up, and that's why you find these like incredible bounces because accumulation and selling is just is completely exhausted um that the interest finally comes back because there's that one level that's just people are just so heavily interested in, and that's where these apexes come into play because most likely those is, that's what it creates. So the closer it gets to these apexes, you can think of it the more exhausted the trend, price gets, and the increase of the chances of it, creating a trigger point, um, which is, again, these like, really volatile moves up. This is a pretty solid downtrend, right? You got a very volatile move over there, you got a very volatile move up there. It's a very, very, very steep, short bursts up, move. So, that's some people call falling knives and, bull traps and all that stuff when you see long wicks like this and very V-shaped, um, price action, but that's what it pretty much it is. It's just, it just gets completely exhausted, and something can only go down for so long until it just moves up. So, yeah, just keep watch as it approaches that apex. Vanry. Okay, another coin that exploded up. Okay, I'm not gonna take too long to TA these coins. This coin just moved up 600%. If you're looking my opinion and if you should sell or not. Of course, I mean if you made 600%, again, that's just something you don't see, often, right? Um, Sticking on the daily time frame again, I don't want to spend too much time because I don't really think it's going to benefit the community. But yeah, I'm just doing very very brief on. I'm just gonna stick to the daily time frame. Um, Sticking to the daily time frame. So again, like just like the other coins, it's approaching this uptrend. This is actually untested. So yeah, okay, that's actually untested. So, um, yeah, it's you have that in the last green red candle before this uptrend that's tested. Yeah, I mean, yes, if there's that local breakout against that apex, and then you have that resistance there. So there is a chance it can continue going up, but from a perspective where if I'm looking to enter in this coin, after it pumps 600%, I'd rather choose something else that's it makes more sense for me as for someone that's like an investor especially, but as a trader perspective, yeah, just yeah, not for me. But yeah, there's a local breakout, nice rejection there, but after pumping 600%, there's going to be relief, guys. So very reliant this structure. Okay, just remember this. Sorry, this structure is very reliant on this uptrend. So this uptrend breaks, ultimately it's going to go down, most likely to this untested daily. So very straightforward for Vanry. Fetch. Hold on. Fetch AI. Um. Oh, perfect. So, oh, nice. Wow, beautiful. Uh, Fetch actually ended up breaking above it. So just like what I was saying about Vanry, right? If you go back to Vanry, oh, why did my TA disappear? There you go. So, just like Vanry, back had also happened, right? But again, in my opinion, I just can't justify entering in something where my risk has increased, after pump 600%. But again, it makes more sense if you're someone that's been in this coin for a while, you took your profits out, or maybe you took your investment out, and you're planning on just slowly writing it out and selling a few percent on the as you go up. But for fetch, yeah, so same for fetch. Yeah, looks like we went over this coin. But awesome, yeah. So let's mark the support here. Last red candle before that uptrend, so that actually ended up holding. Um, and then you can see the ladder point, last red candle before the uptrend there, and then you can see the second ladder point, which would, there you go. Um, from here, there, to there, okay. Um, So you have this uptrend marked here, support there. Ends up respecting the daily uptrend very nicely, and now it's in price discovery, guys. And this is when you would evolve, right? You would evolve it from there, and then obviously you'd wait for the next red candle, but um, you would until you find that red candle, you would evolve it, and then that would be your range that you would be working with next. But yeah, I mean, this coin looked like it also pumped 600% or so. Okay, 500%, and yeah, I mean for me, to risk that much for 45%, just again, for me, just isn't worth it. I guess it just makes more sense if you've been in this coin for some time since the bottom and you're just riding it up, selling your bags as you go. AIOZ. Oh wow, it's on Coinbase. Nice. I did not. Wow. 2022. Okay. Interesting. Holy cow. Listen. Sheesh. Guys, man. What? What? This is crazy. Insane. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know, I don't, you can tell by the structure it's struggling, but 10,000% is insane. That is insane. Um, yeah, okay, let's see, there you go. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not gonna spend too much coin, especially on a coin that pumped 10,000%. Um, I think it's gonna break. It's just a matter of time. This coin looks very similar to the other ones too, other ones as well. It just pumps significantly more, and yeah, it's just in this very local range. And if this daily breaks, obviously it's same trend that brings it up, same trend that brings it down up until this range here. So uh, big. I'm getting away from that. I mean, if you were in here, I would sell. Like, not financial advice, but that's insane, guys. 300%. But it's ultimately you grabbing it from this bottom here is what's very impressive. Echelon Prime. Echelon Prime. Polonius. So the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw Sam Friedman or whatever his name is, FTX. Prison for 25 years. Isn't that crazy? Um, there you go. It's on the 4-hour time frame. I thought he would actually get more than 25 years, but for anyone that lives in the US, you know how the system works. Okay. So this is actually a slight downtrend. You can see it's a minus 14. Um, Very straightforward here on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go on the 1 hour and see what we're working with. With these like Wix guys, don't worry about them. It seems like it's just a very small market cap coin. So the smallest of the smallest moves, um, really affect uh, the price, but it doesn't matter. It's still TA, as you can see. It's being respected by these trend lines. It's approaching the 1 hour against this 4 hour. Literally tomorrow, this apex isn't until the end of this month. So if you're in this coin, now is accumulation. Yeah, pretty much this whole 4 hours is accumulation. So very straightforward coin for Echelon Prime if you want to get in. So thank you for Hana for all those coins. Some of them are pumped like crazy, but it's always good to practice this. So Chandani, of course, no problem. I'm always here. So if you want to T Altcoin and on Gaiman, okay, Gaiman GMRX USDT. Okay, it's on KuCoin. Unfortunately, KuCoin, guys. I don't know if you guys also know KuCoin. I think the founders have been charged by the SEC in the U.S. for like money laundering and uh, you know, marketing the exchange for U.S. citizens when they haven't should have used it. Um, so just insane times. Just KuCoin used to be one of like it's what's such a well-known exchange that everyone knows and uses, and now it's just being suppressed now, and funds are halted and no one can withdraw. Yeah, SEC is cracking down on a lot of things, and there's just one reason why I think this is ultimately like the last bull run that you know will make millionaires because it's just not going to be same after the governments all around the world um, begin to dip their feet in. Um, so back to this TA. Wait one second. Let me just do this again. I don't want to give you guys the wrong information. Here. Okay, so we're gonna move this to there. Okay, there, there, there. You see, guys, I would have gave you the wrong, would have gave you the wrong uptrends. That's why I can't just, I can't just always assume. I sometimes even I find myself going back to the basics. Guys. Um, so this is the 1 hour. Okay, so just like an uptrend, right? This is a downtrend. This structure right here is very, 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 very reliant on this trend line right here. Um, you can mark starting from left to right. That's already breaking. We have the next support here, which technically is untested. Last red candle before the uptrend on the 1 hour. So, I guess you can say, it's very reliant on these two trend line, on this trend line and this untested support. But yeah, very reliant on these two levels, which I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up bouncing on this untested, because untested levels have a very high chance of it bouncing. So if that were the case, that would give it the momentum to move out of that, and maybe hopefully break out of that resistance origin resistance over there. Um, let me mark these out for you guys. If you're looking to enter in these coins as well, guys, just always make sure you have the levels that I have marked. Um, that way I won't have to keep revisiting too much. I'm just going through these levels. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Perfect. So the untested range is within here, and that's if supports can hold this price. Bounce it to move to that apex. You do have some tested resistances here, but ultimately I would be eyeing these untested levels. Okay, so whether again, if you're entering here or this entering on this untested support there, um, there's no right or wrong of you selling here, 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 or there. These are all resistances. These are all sell points. So if you're more greedy, you would go after these untested levels. If you're more conservative and want to be safe, then you would have sells here. Or again, you can, like I say, ladder your buys, ladder your sells. Really ultimately up to you, but that is gaming on the 1 hour time frame. So 1 hour time frame, remember, this is a 1 hour time frame. We're not, we're used to doing the 4 hour and the daily and the weekly. This is a 1 hour, so things happen very quick. So every hour there's like new candles. So this new candle, this apex is literally today in a few hours. So just FYI. VLX, VLX, XUSD. Oh wait, yeah, Velas. I appreciate you, Chandani for giving the tickers and the word of the coin. I mean, and the coin. It helps a lot. Nice, perfect, awesome. This is what I like to see. Okay, this is what I like to see. Coins that look dead, because just like what we saw for what was that one coin? I think it was yeah, props. Like it moved up 10,000%. It looked exactly like this before it moved up. So we're gonna go on the weekly time frame. Let's just observe how long this has been in accumulation for. Oh, wow, almost 2 years. Great. So yeah, that's not being sarcastic. So like it's honestly like a good thing. So make that weekly there. Boom. Hold on, it's not there. Gotta zoom in a bit. Go. Weekly levels, I already see that this is a tested level. Again, you can mark the bodies. The wicks, I like the bodies, but these are all tested. Doesn't matter. Good to know. Origin levels. Origin, oops. Untested. Untested here as well. Nice. Untested there. That's a tested level there from the left. Perfect. So, let's make some local 4 hour, I mean weekly levels. Perfect. And this is all on the weekly, guys. So we still gotta go on the daily. So, we'll delete that. So what can we conclude on the weekly time frame? We have some untested levels. It's retesting the local weekly levels. Good. It's making lower lows. Amazing. Considering that's been in an accumulation for almost 2 years. It's good to see. All right. So let's go on the daily. Nice. Weekly uptrend respects on the daily, so we don't need anything there. However, we do have to mark something here on the daily time frame. Perfect. Move, evolve, 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 evolve. And oops, there we go. Nice. Perfect. Okay. Nice. All right, cool. So right now is the coins back in accumulation. These would be your entries, your supports, right? Um, Initially this was acting as support, but that broke below it. So now your next is this tested daily right here, or against this uptrend, right? If it falls below, no worries. You have this daily uptrend and this very strong weekly uptrend to support the price. So those right. So Velos is a point where you want to start strategizing and entering. Okay, very nice. So again, for a coin like this, where just in this moment it looks like it's a lot, but when you zoom out into the bigger picture, it's really nothing. But this is a great example of a coin. These sudden moves up. It always is always followed by a slow sell-off in distribution. Okay, sometimes you just have to be patient, right? Because you know, I, 2, 3, almost 3 months later, so it's pretty much back to where I was at over a year, back in last December. So sometimes all you have to do is be patient. It's an accumulation, it's entering support. These would be your entry areas, okay? So good choice, Chandani. I love that. AEVO. 1 hour time frame because this is a brand new coin. Actually, let's go to the 4 hour and mark some levels. Perfect, right? Yep. That's it. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm not gonna mark it there. It's just not really. There you go. Nice, nice support, nice resistance. And then here you go. Bleeds out, enters an accumulation, moves sideways, aka accumulation, moves up, and then from here, right, you move that there. There's that resistance, breaks out of it, move here. Resistance, breaks out of it, move here. resistance, it breaks below. Okay, starts breaking down. And then this is where you would have your supports. Again, I like the bodies of the candles. Okay. These are so close to each other, but you just leave it there for now. Untested. Untested. Perfect. So on the 4 hour actually on the 4 hour time actually it's pretty much all we really need. Oh wow, fine, nice tested level. So you're playing within this tested 4 hour region. Um, this would be the support area. So your accumulation area would be here, or you really want to be greedy and maybe ladder it down to this untested region here as well, because there's always a higher chance of it bouncing, so it'll be nice for a quick trade. But ultimately, this is pretty much a space you're working with. Pretty much all these coins have local apexes until around the end of the month because a lot of these coins are new that we TA'd. So again, something that happens very fast, right? It's not like some of the altcoins we usually go over where they go on the daily and the weekly. These coins happen really these moves really happen fast. So when you watch this, do your TA, maybe make some levels that I maybe have missed, but you have to start strategizing now if you want to enter or start planning your exits for these coins. But yeah, that's all for now, guys. um this was really fun. I like being exposed to a lot of these gaming coins, these coins. There's just so much to TA and than there was back in 2017. So, and this is where having a community plays such a big role, especially now that it's sort of like the last run where you can really make enormous amounts of money. Like, there's never going to be an opportunity like this in the next, I don't know, 100 years. I don't know, something like that, something crazy. So. This is where you guys come into play and come together and unite, because that's how you get far, right? If you want to go fast, go solo. If you want to go far, you have to come together. So yeah, that's the altcoin update, everyone. I hope you found this very useful. If you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below in the video. Um, but yeah, copy the TA that I did. If you want, go on the 1 hour, and it's literally the same theories as we apply. If you have any questions and if you're like iffy about a level that you may have marked, if it's right or not, again, just guys, make a snippet and at me so I see it, and let me know if it's right. You have all the resources here on this platform. So yeah, I'm gonna start blabbering. Have a great night, guys, and I'll see you on the next update. And also keep dropping more altcoins, guys. Some of these coins I'm actually are interested in, like what was it, VLX, something like that. But yeah, take care, guys. See you next time. Bye.